Wanna play?
Here's Johnny!
I need a bigger boat.
What's your favorite scary movie?
We have such sights to show you.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Hey everybody, welcome back to Wanna Play. My name is James McKenna, and today we'll be doing a video that's long overdue in my mind. It's the Friday the 13th ranking. Now the reason I say this is long overdue is because most horror channels, I believe, should start off, one of their first videos should be the Friday the 13th ranking, maybe even their first. But I never actually saw the remake until the other day, so I can finally say that I've seen all the Friday the 13th movies, so today I'm just here to rank them all for you. Now, I'm not a Friday the 13th purist, it's not my favorite franchise, so a lot of these movies are going to be in a completely different order than yours. Let me just say, I thought it got boring after the first couple movies, after the first two, the Camp Crystal Lake setting. I thought that got boring, so that definitely impacts some of my rankings. So please don't yell at me, it's just my opinion, I'm sorry. Oh my god, this might be the worst ranking I've ever done. Even worse than the Final Girls, so calm down, this is your fair warning. Let's get straight into it. But before I get to number 12, I want to give a quick shout out to a YouTube channel I edit for, Double Tap Gaming. It's a gaming channel, yeah, another one. But it features my brother Luke and my neighbor Max Carpenter. They just grind. I put a lot of memes in there. I think that it's funny. It's kind of random. So yeah, that's my quick shout out. It'll be in an eye bubble up there. So let's get into number 12. Number 12 for me is going to be Jason X. This movie is, you either love it or you hate it, and I'm on the more hated side. This movie is so stupid. It's not a betrayal of the franchise. I just think that it's such a dumb idea, Jason in space. They could have done better with it, but I didn't like any of the characters. I didn't like the storyline. It made no sense whatsoever. So Jason X, honestly, has to be my number 12. Number 11 is Friday the 13th, Part 6. Yep, you heard me say it. Friday the 13th, Part 6 is number 11. I know most people actually put Part 6 at number 1, but I didn't like it. I didn't like the characters who were all just there to get killed. We all know that. It was a good wrap-up to the Tommy Jarvis trilogy in Part 4, 5, and 6, but the characters are not good, and this is going to be a common theme in some of my other rankings. The Camp Crystal Lake setting, it's the 6th movie in a row, and the 6th movie in a row that just has Jason lumbering around and killing people off at Camp Crystal Lake. It's super boring. It's nothing original. The only thing different from this one than the other ones is that it's funnier, quote unquote. They have some stupid gags in here. One guy gets his head smashed against a tree and it pulls off to reveal a smiley face. That is so dumb. This is too funny for me. It's I don't like it. I'm sorry. I'm super sorry. Please, don't hurt me. And coming in at number 10 is the shot-for-shot remake that came out in 1984, Friday the 13th, Part 3. There is nothing different from Part 3 than Parts 1 and 2. Once again, it's just Jason Voorhees lumbering around Camp Crystal Lake, killing off teens. It's just so boring. It's not even a good Jason portrayal. Jason is just a super boring character. The exact same thing, beat by beat. There's no difference. The only difference that I can think of is the fact that Jason gets his mask, which probably prevents it from being dead last. Jason does get its iconic mask here, but other than that, it's the exact same. Except for one thing, that it's 3D! Whoa! Coming in at number 9 is yet another one that people would usually put higher. That's Friday the 13th Part 2. Basically for the same reasons as Part 3. It's the exact same thing as the original movie, just Camp Crystal Lake, somebody going around, first person, killing all the teenagers, but it's less graphic this time, which brings it down a lot. But the only reason, once again, like Part 2, it's not dead last, is because it's Jason's big premiere. It's Jason's first appearance as the killer. Not his first appearance, but he does go around killing people in this one. And it's the only time I'm ever gonna forgive a franchise for killing off a final girl in Alice, because if you think about it, Alice was a great final girl in the original Friday the 13th, but she killed an old woman. She fought an old 40-year-old middle-aged lady. But this one, right in the beginning, Alice is just making her food or whatever, and then Jason comes in and stabs her right through the head, which is the only time I can ever forgive them for killing off a final girl, because it's Jason. Think of the difference, Jason and Pamela Voorhees. Pamela Voorhees, just this nice 40-year-old lady, and then Jason Voorhees, this massive, lumbering, supernatural, dead kid thing. That's the only time I'm ever gonna forgive a franchise for killing off a final girl. Coming in at number 8 is Friday the 13th Part 5. Now the reason that this isn't dead last is because the characters were very enjoyable. You had the best iteration of Tommy Jarvis, in my opinion, kicking everybody's ass, going badass, throwing people through tables, fighting Jason off, and you have Reckless Reggie and his awesome scream of death. Reggie is probably my second favorite kid character after Jason in the first one, but he doesn't really count because he's dead or whatever, so I guess this is my favorite kid character in the franchise. He's a super cool character. I really enjoyed it. He's a very good actor, and his lines I think are pretty cool, but the reason why it's so low down is because Jason isn't the killer. I know it's the exact same thing, it's just like a hockey mask, but come on, the Scooby-Doo reveal? Oh my gosh, it was the medic! No, come on. Why? Coming in at number 7 is yet another one that people would probably put at their number 1. That's Friday the 13th Part 4. It's kind of high on this list for me though, because, I mean, it does have the first Tommy Jarvis, who's an awesome character, and in my opinion, as the best kill in the series, as Crispin Glover is saying, "Where's the corkscrew?" Puts it right in his hand, and then Jason comes back and bang! Machete through the skull. His twitching that he does is awesome, the blood is great. It's a sick kill, my favorite from the franchise, which once again doesn't put it dead last, despite the fact that it's once again Camp Crystal Lake for the 4th movie in a row, which really bores me. And now I know I'm gonna get yelled at for this, because I'm putting it over Part 6 and Part 4, which is everybody's favorites. Number 6 is Friday the 13th Part 9. This one was super fun. I really like this one, even though it didn't have Jason. And when it did have Jason, he was grunting. That was really weird. But the kills were awesome in this, and I do like how Jason inhabits other people to kill. It's a super original idea for the series, and it's not at Camp Crystal Lake for the 9th movie in a row, which is really good. It makes it fresh, and it makes it new. It's the freshest movie in the franchise, because it's not just Jason lumbering around, slaughtering people one by one, maybe getting a couple twofers in there. Like, no. This movie is very good because of the originality of it, which is why it's so high. Number 5 and number 4 were almost tied for me, but I'm going to give number 5 to Friday the 13th, 2009 remake. It's a great remake. It's one of my favorite remakes I've ever seen. Maybe my favorite remake because Jason is so good in this movie. He's running around, brutalizing people, slaughtering them. And when I said running, I mean running. He is running around, just killing everybody mercilessly. Now, the thing that brings it down for me is the nudity. This one is way too much. It's just everywhere, and it's honestly distracting, but it's a very good remake, and I do like the fact that Jason kidnapped a woman because she looked like his mother. That's a pretty cool concept in my opinion, and it almost serves as a sequel to part 2, because Jason in the beginning has his bag mask, and he finds the Jason mask, the hockey mask I should say, and then he goes around killing people. So I do like that it's a remake, but it could also be a sequel, which once again boosted up points. But you can't do better than the original, unless it's Friday the 13th, because number 4 is the original Friday the 13th, which is one that a lot of people would actually put lower than number 4. But I really did enjoy this one. It wasn't original, it was a clone of Halloween, they actually admitted that. But the Camp Crystal Lake setting and the first one is very good. I do like the original setting in this one, and the kills were brutal. The girl got her axe through the face, the final girl was great, and the reveal was completely unexpected. The most unexpected reveal I've ever seen in a movie. Pamela Voorhees, she wasn't even in the movie, her son was. And Pamela's death was incredible, as her head gets chopped off, and she just gestures with her hands for God, and she just falls down. It's a very good kill, and a very good movie. One of my favorite slashers of all time. Jesus. Well, you know what? If you want, you can take this list and flip it over, and that can be my official ranking to you. Because number 3 is Jason Takes Manhattan. I know it's Jason takes a boat, Jason takes a boat to Manhattan, Jason takes a cruise ship. I know that the title is misleading, which honestly only prevents it from being like number 1 maybe, but it's such a good movie, it's such an original concept. The first movie outside of Camp Crystal Lake, because this is the 8th part, Jason Takes Manhattan. And yes, he does take a boat, but the boat is a very actual original concept. And it's super cool just watching Jason running around a cruise ship killing people. That's a very original idea for the franchise. And once he does arrive in Manhattan, it's sick. The shots of Jason just standing in front of Times Square is amazing. Him just running down back alleys. I know it's shot in Vancouver, but it looks like New York. And the dude who gets his head punched off in one blow is one of the best kills in the franchise. And at number 2 is one that's halfway normal, at least. Come on, it depends on who you ask. Number 2 is Freddy vs. Jason. I mean, let's get the obvious right out of the way. Freddy and Jason just battering each other for 20 minutes on end in multiple different locations, whether it's in that burning house or on the dock at Camp Crystal Lake. It's a sick movie because of that. And although the characters aren't good and the kills are kind of weird, I do appreciate the kills. They're kind of funny. Jason hacks someone with a machete and they go absolutely flying into another dimension. I think that's kind of funny. Honestly, I think this is the funniest Scream-influenced movie that was made. It's super funny. Freddy and Jason just battering each other is super awesome. The kills are great, and although it's weird, Jason's afraid of water, he's not afraid of water. He's never been afraid of water. It's a super fun movie, and definitely one that I love to rewatch. But if you're doing process of elimination in your head, you know that my number 1 is Friday the 13th Part 7. I'm probably the only person you'll see on YouTube with Friday the 13th Part 7 at number 1. But I think this is an awesome blend between the Camp Crystal Lake side of Friday the 13th and the stupid side of Friday the 13th. This was the 7th movie in the series, and they both mashed together because Jason was fighting a girl with telekinesis. I know everybody says Jason versus Carrie, and it's not done right, but I think it's done great. I mean, the ending with the dad popping up and strangling Jason underwater, that's kind of weird, but I do like Tina. She's a great character with the telekinesis, and it's Kane Hodder's first appearance as Jason, and in my opinion, the best appearance as Jason. That dude gets lit ablaze in a sick fire stunt. It also has the best soundtrack, as well as the best looking unmasked Jason. This movie's just awesome, and I think it has some of the best side characters that are only there to get killed. You still there? No? Alright. I guess I kind of expected that. But if you are, let me just say, thanks for watching my ranking on Friday the 13th, the series. Now, I don't like a lot of these movies, but I really do like a lot of these movies. So, I'm sorry, once again, this is my last apology. I'm sorry for putting part 6 in last, and I'm sorry for putting part 7 in number 1. If you want, as I said, you can switch all these movies around in order, and that can be your pretend list of all the Fridays ranked in my opinion. But no, I honestly do think that 7 is number 1 and Jason X is last. But that's just my opinion. Now, I'm not a Friday the 13th purist, as I said, but once again, let me just reiterate to you, it's just my opinion. Say it with me. It's just my opinion. Thank you. So, thank you for watching this. We'll be hopping back on the Halloween train on Saturday with Halloween 5. So, stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching my ranking on all the Friday the 13th movies. So goodbye, and good night. Bang!